Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a Chevy Trail Boss Custom. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Provo for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 2.7 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 17 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 430 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, the Trail Boss has that cool kind of like raised section. It says Turbo Max on the side, which is fun. Now, being a custom, this is a work truck, so you've got halogen lights, or built off a work truck, I should say. And then notice you got the more basic grille, but it fits because it's all blacked out. Red tow hooks there at the bottom as well. And so again, it's got kind of more of a basic look on the front. Our tire and wheel setup is 275 by 65 by 18 on the front and over in the rear. And I think the wheels are actually pretty cool looking with this. So again, even though it's more basic truck, that's great. And yeah, those are aggressive tires. Now you do get a 2-inch suspension lift with the Trail Boss package. Z71 badge there on the side. And then you can see Trail Boss on the back. This also comes with Rancho shocks as part of the package. You can see that there in red. And then if we take a look at the side profile here, it's good looking with that 2-inch lift. It definitely raises the bar. Now this leads us to the key fob, which if it'll ever focus, hello, there we go. We've got a lock and unlock function, remote start, and it actually has tailgate drop down. Pretty surprising for a more basic truck. Chevy bow tie there on the back. We've got lighting here in the bed on both sides, which is nice. We also have an outlet here in the bed as well. And yeah, plenty of space. Plenty of space. And it's nice that it has protection from the factory. Now you do have to lift this up yourself. And then you've got the more baseline tail lights. You can see the bumper steps. And then I like how the exhaust tip just kind of pokes down. It's funny looking. But yeah, overall, I mean, again, I think it's a good looking truck. This is built off of a work truck, right? And so, well, custom's basically just work truck plus, right? So it's cool what they've done with this. Now this leads us inside where it's pretty basic with the material use. Again, it's kind of what this package is all about. So you do have cloth seats here. But notice the seats actually have the storage to show on this side. That's a cool feature. So that's kind of like a little bit of an upgrade. And then we do have vents here, some USBs, and then lifting this up, plenty of storage space there. And I like with the flooring there, that'll make it a little bit easier to clean. But yeah, super spacious. Again, it's a full-size crew cab, so you're going to be able to fit plenty of people back there. Now this leads us up front, where again, a little bit more basic with the material use. All of our window controls here, notice front one's automatic, mirror adjustments as well, and then just a quick look at the mirrors. And then popping down below with the payload, 1781, so that's really solid. And towing capacity, 8,900 pounds. Again, pretty good for a 4-cylinder. And then here are the seats, cloth. Got power adjustments here, the driver. And then we've got quite a few controls here on the side. So for the lights, for example, our drive line, and actually has a 2-speed transfer case, which is great for off-roading. And then you've got a tow mode as well. Just a regular backup camera in reverse, but it's got good resolution, so that's a plus. And then as for the infotainment system itself, it's a little screen. It's not going to pull anything up. There we go. It's pretty quick to respond. It's not picking up my finger because my fingertip's too cold, so you just have to make sure your fingers are warm enough. Some infotainment systems are just like that, but it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We've got our climate controls down below, just single zone climate. And then we've got lane departure here, auto stop start. It's for the tailgate drop down, your hazard lights, stability control, and then your hill descent control. So it's actually got quite a bit of off-road tech. For those of you wondering on the diff side of things, it's got the G80, so it's an automatic rear locker. You don't choose when it's locked. Trailer brake controls here, and then we've got a full outlet there as well. And then good storage. I like this trim here on the top. And then this does actually have even more storage underneath, which is cool. Now my tripod's stuck in that. I'll get that out in a second. Double glove box here, so that's definitely nice. Again, more basic with material use all around. Manual, mirror dimmer, and that's all. Now this starts at $51,800. This one has a few options added to it, bringing the total to $54,275. And I want to get a review. They make this in the diesel too with this package. I think those ones are close to like 57. I want to review one of those too. But anyways, let's see how the 4-cylinder performs. So let us set off in the Trail Boss Custom. It is cool that I can't remember when they added in the diesel. I think it might have been 24 for the first year. But it's cool that you can now get this base package. I mean, I really want to review that because I think that's probably one of the coolest pickup trucks in the market today. But anyways, 4-cylinder. I wonder, something I'm curious about, I tried to just talk about reviews, but something I am curious about is I wonder if this is still going to exist in the next few years, because there have been talks that with the new administration that'll be taking power next year of I can't talk today. Relaxing the EPA regulations. And so I don't know, maybe stuff like this will still exist, but I'm not sure yet. It'll be interesting. I've seen a lot of people comment on these videos of how V8s are going to make a comeback, and time will tell on that. It could be kind of like what happened in the, gosh, what was it, the because you had the 50s and 60s had a bunch of big engines, and then I think it was the 70s that they kind of put a big damper on things, and then, you know, big engines slowly made a comeback, kind of starting in the, what is it, like late 80s and 90s. So maybe it'll be kind of like that, where it's like this is the time where we have all these small engines, and then the big engines are going to make a comeback because restrictions and all of that will change. Time will tell on that. But anyways, power, it's pretty darn good. Again, for a 4-cylinder in a truck, it's not bad. It feels as good as the 5.3 V8 and kind of better in some ways. That's the real comparison, is this versus the 5.3 V8. That being said, the fuel economy is abysmal. I mean, my goodness. Like, and here's my big beef with these small engines and big vehicles is it's it's so pointless. Like, okay, I shouldn't say it's completely pointless. Like, I understand the emissions argument, because basically if you have a smaller engine, it's going to put out less emissions. But I don't feel like the maths. And the reason I say that is, if you have a smaller engine in a big vehicle, yes, technically tailpipe emissions are lower, but then you go through so much more gas, in my personal experience. Because, again, I mean, you look at the EPA numbers on this, and they are not strong whatsoever, right? You can get better fuel economy if you get the 6.2 V8. And if you get the diesel, much better fuel economy. But yeah, 6.2 V8 gets better. And I think even the, let's see, 16, 17, the 5.3 is probably pretty close to this. And so I guess that's like also like a practical argument. Why would you ever get the 4-cylinder if the V8 gets better fuel economy or the same fuel economy? Like, that's the whole reason. And this is the thing that I think that everyone needs to kind of understand, is there has to be a benefit. Like, there has to be a benefit for people to go to this. So like, if they can make it so that the smaller displacement engine gets better fuel economy, like way better, then I think that there's an argument. But I don't know, in this case it's the same, if not worse. And so really you're just helping, like, if you buy one of these 4-cylinders, you're kind of just helping Chevy meet their emissions emission standards for the government, which, I don't know, maybe some of you care about that, but I think most people just want their truck to be reliable and to have good power and to be able to do everything they want it to do. And I know some people love this engine. I've talked to people and they got it and they absolutely love it. So it's not to say it's not a great engine, it's just, I don't know, especially in this Trail Boss package with the bigger tires, it's kind of pointless. It makes so much sense in the Colorado and the Canyon, right? Great power for a mid-size pickup truck. Decent fuel economy. Again, mid-size pickup trucks have never been known for fuel economy, which is kind of funny. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Trail Boss Custom. I love the package. I liked this engine more in the past, but now that more testing has been done on this engine with fuel economy, I'm not as keen on it, just because there's no real benefit. Like, I would personally just rather get a 5.3 V8, right? Because fuel economy is going to be the same. I'm going to have that V8 sound and the power delivery and everything that, yeah, I don't know, I kind of prefer that, but let me know what you guys prefer.